Emily needed to get away. Life had become too much. Her demanding job with its soul-sapping deadlines, just like many listeners here, and the recent breakup that had left her emotionally hollow, plus the constant noise of the city that seemed to echo even in her sleep. When she stumbled across a listing for a secluded cabin deep in Blackwood Forest, the photos looked like salvation. Pine trees, misty mornings, no neighbors for miles. She booked it without a second thought. Her mind was just focusing on the relaxation that she will be having there. The drive there started peacefully. She left her apartment after lunch, as it is only a 3-hour drive to the cabin. Golden light spilled through the trees, dappling the windshield. But as the road wound deeper into the forest, the asphalt narrowed to gravel, then to dirt. The sun was swallowed by the canopy above. Soon, her radio emitted a high-pitched whine, then sputtered static, indication she is far from civilization that she knows well. Her phone has no line. Just relax. It's just the woods, she told herself, gripping the wheel tighter. She drove for another 30 minutes, and out of sudden, the cabin appeared suddenly around a bend, as though it had been waiting for her. It was older than the photos. Weather-beaten, its porch sagging slightly. Still, it had charm. Rustic, solitary, safe, or so she thought. The cabin was better than the photos facing a small lake and a mountain. It was mildly windy, so soothing. She settled down, ate some food, and just sat on the porch. Watching the sky almost crystal clear, sky full of stars. Oh my God, this is what I needed for a long time, she murmured to herself. That night, the disturbances began. First came the tapping, a slow, deliberate knock on the window. Not like branches or wind, a pattern, intentional. Tap, tap, tap. Emily rushed to the window, looking out, but nothing. Only trees swaying in the dark. Then came the whispering, faint, like wind, but with cadence, like words brushing against the edge of comprehension. Male and female voices, layered, as if a dozen mouths were pressed against the walls, murmuring her name, Emily. She thought her mind was playing tricks as she was the only one there, not a soul for miles. She decided to take a Xanax and just try to relax. Slowly, she fell asleep. The fireplace burned bright, yet her breath fogged before her, cold as a grave. Her fingers trembled as she pulled the blanket tighter around herself, she falling asleep, deeper and deeper. Emily awoke in darkness as the cold started to bite her. The fire had gone out. A rancid draft slithered through the cabin. When she turned on her phone flashlight, it caught on something smeared across the mirror. A single, rotting handprint. The fingers were way too long. The scent of decay turned her stomach, and scrawled beneath it, in wet, dark strokes. Her heart was pounding, but she slowly walked to the window to see the handprint. But she saw more than just a handprint. She saw them. Figures. Pale. Motionless. Hollow-eyed silhouettes standing just beyond the tree line, watching. There were 6 of them. Tall and impossibly still. They didn't move. Didn't blink. When she turned away and looked back, they were closer. She locked every door, shut every curtain. Her heart thundered with the primal knowledge that something was wrong, deeply wrong. Objects in the cabin shifted. The rocking chair began to creak back and forth, slow and steady. A cup fell from the counter and shattered on the floor, though no one had touched it. The whispering rose, swirling, as if the very walls were breathing. "Get out!" She didn't hesitate. She bolted barefoot to her car, keys clutched in shaking hands. Gravel sprayed behind her as she sped down the road. In the rearview mirror, the cabin loomed, its door creaking open. Something stepped out, tall, gaunt, its face obscured by shadow. But its eyes, those hollow, hungry eyes, glowed faintly in the dark. Emily never looked back. But sometimes, late at night, when she's alone in her apartment, she hears the tapping again, very soft, rhythmic, just beneath her window. And the whispering? It's closer now.